Hi friends! Welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Katelyn and I like to film eyeshadow palette, ranking, and review videos, as well as the occasional other beauty content sprinkled in. So if you like indie makeup, if you like eyeshadow palettes, if you like beauty content in general, I highly recommend that you hit that subscribe button because I post 2 videos every single week. And for those of you that are not new here, my face is happy that you are seeing it again. And I'm sorry, I know my hair is gross. I was just going to put it in a wig for this video, but I wanted to film this video today because I got this palette, the Cosmic Brushes Delicious Delights palette, in the mail yesterday, and I want to do kind of a funky look with it today. So let's test out this bad boy right now. Okay, first things first. Some colors contain pigments which, according to US law, may not be suitable for use around the eye area. I've mentioned this before in past videos, other beauty YouTubers mention it. Proceed with caution if you want to use something that's considered like a color palette, a pigment palette, and not necessarily an eyeshadow palette. I shouldn't say always, I tend to swatch shadows on my arm before I put them on my eyes. I have not swatched this palette yet, but for the most part, I've done that with every other palette. I have used Cosmic Brushes before, so if it's a brand I've used before and they haven't reported a formula change, I'm usually like, I'm less cautious. But anyways, 24-month open container, cruelty-free, and there is both talc and mica in the ingredients of, I think, some of the shades. Nope, all of the shades. So yeah. Cosmic Brushes is in the UK, but this palette was made in the PRC. So this is the outer carton. I always keep it until this is how I keep track of like what I've used and not used. I keep it in its carton until I use it, and then I throw the carton away. Okay, my palette had a casualty, so we're gonna see together what it looks like. The shade Charms here shattered on its way overseas. I tried to repress it. It does not look awesome. So we'll see. And when in the process of it shattering, it got all over some of these other shades. It looks like the shade Delicious is the only one that really took the brunt of that. But anyways, we're still gonna play with it. I think it'll be fine. It's just a little bit messy, and I don't know how well the shade Charms is gonna work now that I've messed with it, but it's all good. Okay, so what I kind of want to do is use these stencils I have from Love Sienna. They are eye stencils. So I'm just gonna place those. The shape is kind of weird, but I'm not going anywhere, so figured it'd be fun to try this out. I don't know how this is gonna look when my eyes are not like this, but like this, but we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. Okay. This is the look. I'm just kidding. But what I kind of want to do is go like over, like kind of split the crease in half, and we're gonna do a gradient over the stencil this way. And then this way, we're gonna tap, I think, with the white, and then take the stencil off and then go like the opposite direction. You'll see what I mean, I think. Okay, so what gradient do I want to do though? I don't know. Maybe blue? So I'm going to use this Sosu X Kaylee SK04 brush, and we're gonna start with the darker shade, which is the shade Slushy. Kind of sucks that Charms is the one that broke because that's the darkest shade in the palette, but that's all right. And I'm just gonna tap over the stencil. Let the stencil do its job for me. I'm getting a little bit of fallout, so it's coming on the other side of the stencil, so I'm gonna have to clean that up, but it'll be okay. So next I'm gonna take my Singe Beauty E05 brush, and we're gonna go into the shade Ice Pop and just blend that out a little bit. I feel like okay, I'm gonna try something. We're gonna try something. I'm gonna try and use the shade Charms, which is the dark purple that shattered, and I'm gonna take this Be Perfect BPE 20 brush. It's like a liner brush, and I'm just gonna dip into Charms because I want this to be deeper. Okay, this might have been a silly brush to use, but we are here and we already did it. So Charms is applying fine. I like crumbled it up more and then sprayed it with alcohol to repress it. Now it is very crumbly in appearance, but it's at least repressed. So I think that's really all that matters. Sorry if I was just blocking my face. So now what I want to do is take the white and go the opposite direction, but not quite as much. So like, I don't want it to be white. I don't know how to explain it. You'll see. So we're going in with whipped cream, which is the white shade. I'm not holding my palette up because it's a white shade, so I know you'll know which one I'm talking about. This one is definitely higher, but it's too late. We're in it already. Let's see how that turned out. Okay, not bad, actually. Ooh, it's a little sticky on my eyes. Okay, it's not terrible. There's some blending that could happen. Okay, so now what I need to do is figure out what I'm doing on my crease. So I'm just gonna take some of my Kaleidos Tone Activator primer, just because it's pigmented, and I feel like I can cover up the blues and whites. I'm not gonna go up into the crease. I'm just gonna cover this part down here. I'm really more concealing the blue that we just put down than doing anything else. So now is the hard part, because I wanted to try and do the purple on the opposite end, like underneath. I don't know how skilled I am. And I tried the shade Charms on this Gloss Gods M01 brush. And okay, I'm gonna come back for this part because this is gonna require me being like as close as possible to my mirror and probably covering myself the entire time with my mirror. So I'll come back and we'll find out if I was successful or not. I think we got somewhere. I don't know if that was where I was trying to go, but we got somewhere. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do the blue on the opposite side. I'm starting to feel like I want to kind of go like purpley pink with it. I think that could be fun. So what I want to take is the shade Jelly Bean. Okay, this is a Cosmic Brushes CB4, and we're just gonna, I'm not gonna even try and blend up where we just did all that work. I'm gonna try and blend down here. Now I don't know if this look is gonna turn out, but I just kind of felt like playing with makeup today. And sometimes it's just fun, right? Like, it doesn't have to be perfect or post-worthy, you know? I mean, I know I'm gonna post this video, but I also have the option to not post this video if I totally hate this look, so there's something freeing in that. So I lost some of this Charm shade over here, so I kind of want to fill. I think it's because this is really high and I don't think my eyeshadow primer actually goes out this far. So next we're taking a slightly bigger brush. This is a Blend Bunny B1 brush, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Smoothie, which is the neon pink. Yeah, I definitely did not take my eyeshadow primer out this far on this eye, so we're struggling a little bit. Yeah, we're struggling a little bit on the outer wings. I should take my eyeshadow primer out further today, but you live and you learn. So now I'm going to go into the shade Whipped Cream, which is the white, and we're using that same brush, which I don't know if I mentioned it, is a BH Cosmetics number 9 brush. And we're going to make sure that this shape is carved out over here. Like, it's just like the starker contrast. I am going to put a shimmer, but I don't want to bring the shimmer all the way into here, so I just want to make sure that we got some sort of lightness happening in here. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like this look. It's a lot, but I think it's fun. All right, do you see how that made a difference? Like, that created more that, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you get it. I feel like you're picking up what I'm putting down. Okay, I didn't do as stellar of a job on that eye, but oh well, win some, lose some. So now I'm going to take this Singe Beauty EO4 brush, and we're going to go into the shade Delicious. Mine is a little bit more purple than I think it's supposed to be because that Charm shade got in there, but I think it'll still be fine. I am spraying with Fix Plus because that's what I like to do with my shimmer. And I'm going to put that on the lid. And I'm not trying to bring it up into there because I don't have the energy to try and do that again. So it's fun to see how the shade transforms over that shade. What is that, either Jelly Bean or Smoothie? All right, I feel like I need something darker here. So I think I'm just gonna do a winged liner using the shade Charms, the dark purple shade, and then I'll come back and show the finished look, because I feel like this is kind of it, I think. Here is the finished look. I have a Cozy Zone wig on, and I can't remember the name of this one. If I can find it somewhere, I'll have put it on the screen. But anyways, I did the same purple mattes and pink matte that we did up top, I did on bottom. So we did Charms, Jelly Bean, and Smoothie, and then in the inner corner we used Delicious. And yeah, I mean, that's basically the look. I added some gems from Manic Gems, but which pack is it? It is the Manic Gems collab with Slightly Unblended, the spaced out rhinestones, so I just put those up top. But yeah, this is a finished look. Let me know what you think of this look in the comments. Getting to my thoughts on the palette, I'm definitely sad that this shadow broke, because it's just keeps making a mess every time I use it. I'm not the most skilled presser of shadows. I feel like this is high. Hold on, that feels better. I feel like I'm more in frame now. Okay, anyways, I feel like I'm definitely not the most skilled presser of shadows by any means. It just seems that it was that shade that's the darkest shade in the palette from like a matte standpoint. Not that I don't have plenty of eyeshadows to reach for, it's just a bummer. And it's not the brand's fault. I mean, it came from the UK. Like, also, I feel like I've had a lot of shadows with like, or a lot of palettes with one shadow broken recently. I don't know if my mailman hates me and he's like drop kicking my stuff, but anyways, yeah, I thought I used one shimmer. I felt like it's really a pretty kind of iridescent with like a hint of like blue or purple to it. That is one of my favorite kinds of shades. I like how it performed when it laid over, since it is an iridescent, when it went over the purple mattes, it kind of transformed the shade. I think that that's really nice to have in a palette because it's very transformative. I thought that let me get these bangs out of the way and I'm sweating. I thought that the matte white was really nice and pigmented, so I was a big fan of the matte white. I thought the blues worked really nicely, and overall all the shades I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I used 7 of the 20 shades. I liked them so far. No issues, no complaints. I will be curious to continue to play with this palette to see how I feel about the color story. I think that's going to be the only thing. The formula is great. I think Cosmic Brushes has a great formula. Like on first glance, this palette color story like really caught my eye. It is very bright, so that's what I mean when I say like I'll be curious to see how much I actually pull for it and use it, and if my feelings change as time goes on. But so far I'm really happy with the formula, so if you really like the color story, I think you'll be happy with this formula as well. And then as always, I rank every palette that I use in the month, both new and old palettes. So if you're not subscribed, that's a benefit of subscribing, is that you won't miss out when I do that video ranking all the palettes I tried in July, or used in July, I should say, and kind of give more fleshed out thoughts as I've continued to use my palettes more than the one time. And then I also have a Palette Palooza series that I'm working on, where each set of 10 palettes that I've purchased, I do in-depth reviews of them. I use literally every single shade at least one time, multiple looks, and talk about my thoughts after that. So that is everything. Let me know, again, what you think of this look in the comments, or if you want to see more from this palette, or if you've tried Cosmic Brushes, if you've never tried them, all of that good stuff. And I will see you all next time. Bye!